Right now, I'm going live to the trading desk with Victor Adair. Well, you can't say it's dull out there, Victor. I mean, I'm looking at that market stuff, and I'm trying to wonder where the U-turn's on. When's the risk on, risk off? What the heck's going on?
Well, Mike, in the middle of this week just passed, I think we had a very important shift in investor sentiment, okay? That is, the market had been bidding up assets, risk assets, like the stock market. We had the S&P 500 nearly back to the all-time highs we made last year. We had crude oil at the highest it's been in over a year here at about $51.50. And then it's almost like somebody threw a switch and the market got cold feet and prices started to go lower. And we could get into why that might have happened.
Well, I'm looking at those interest rates, though, or the bond market, and people got to remember when bond prices go up, when people want the bonds, that puts interest rates down. And my goodness gracious, I mean, for old guys like me, I see those rates and my jaw drops.
Well, absolutely. I mean, the long-term interest rates in Germany, the United Kingdom, and Japan are at all-time ever lows. Okay, and we're only a whisker away from the same thing in the United States market and in the Canadian market. You could say, why is that? Maybe it's, people are worried that the global economy is going a little slow. Inflation expectations aren't very high. Maybe investors just prefer the relative safety of bonds. Maybe it's because all over the world central banks are buying them up like there's no tomorrow. But interest rates are really, really low, and I think that kind of, they sent a memo, as it were, over to the stock market, and the guy said, hey, what's this all about? And we made this U-turn in sentiment in the middle of this past week.
Time's short, but I got to fire out at oil to you. What'd you make of the oil action?
I think the oil market made a very important high. Mike, I'll go out on a limb here. We might have just made the high for the year here at $51.50. I am short crude here, looking for it to trade down from the levels we had this past week.
And gold?
Gold's a puzzle. I mean, gold and the U.S. dollar rallying at the same time. I mean, that telegraphs to you that the market is worried. I am definitely a U.S. dollar bull. I've got a good-sized short position in Canadian dollars and in euro. I do own some puts, some out-of-the-money puts on gold that are worth a lot less than they were. I have not bought into this gold market rally that we've had this past week, but if it continues here, I'm going to have to change my tune.
Hey, we got 12 days to go before that referendum in the UK. It's going to get fun.
The referendum, it's interesting. I'll tell you what, I know we just had the poll from the Independent that said 55% are voting to leave, but listen, you look at what the bookies are saying. The bookies are saying there's only a 30% chance that they're going to vote to leave, and it's going to be 70% remain. That's what the bookies are saying, and that's where people put their money instead of just saying yes or no to somebody on the phone.
Well, I look at the establishment going crazy, full-page ads coming out of Germany and France and this, so it's going to get fun. Victor, thanks for taking the time. Have a terrific weekend.
Thanks, Mike. You too.